Hello everyone, this is Getaway Games, and I'm here announcing a live coding series for remaking one of my previous games. So I recently decided that I will be stopping game updates for all the games I've made, and I still want players to be able to interact and get new content, so I thought it'd be a great idea to have the code open sourced, especially for the Getaway Shootout game because it had a lot of engagement. Unfortunately though, the state of the Getaway Shootout code is pretty messy, so I thought the best thing to do is to remake just a small subset of the game with good code that players can learn from and expand the game if they want to. My original intention is to just do the Getaway Shootout code for right now, and as I said, yes, it will only be a small subset with player movement, computer movement, and power-ups. And yeah, you're welcome to take the game in any direction you want, and we'll go from there just with live recordings. And I'm planning on making it pretty laid back recordings. It's not going to be like tutorial style where you're having videos that describe the whole process. My plan is to kind of make it more of a live coding where I'm refactoring the code from the original game and just showing interesting things that come along the way. So if you're new to Unity or haven't heard of Unity, the game engine which I made these games in, I would definitely recommend looking up how to use it. There's so many great tutorials online, and I think, yeah, you can definitely get running with a lot of great tutorials. Also, I would recommend, if you're interested in game development, not even Unity, but there's other great game engines that can create games these days. Notably, Godot and Phaser are both great game engines. So I highly recommend, if you're interested at all in video games, just checking out and trying to make simple video games yourself, because it's just been a great process to learn. So I'll just quickly show Getaway Shootout if you haven't played the game before. It is a simple game that involves just moving around a 2D map with movement that is very physicsy based, and the movement is just a simple 2-button movement and weapons that you can pick up along the way. And basically the whole point of the game is you're trying to get to the end point where you can move on to the next level, and the amount of times you can get to the end point is basically your score, and you're trying to get the highest score. So that's the game, and yeah, the plan with this series is kind of just a laid back watch as I code, just a remake for people that are interested in taking the game further, and so forth. Now, if you are interested in actually using the code, playing around with yourself as this series continues, all the code will be available on GitHub. I'll link the GitHub specifically, but let me just drag it over here. So this will be the project GitHub, and actually that is not the right GitHub. Okay, this is the project GitHub repository, and if you're interested at all, I'll link it in the description. If you're new to GitHub or Git in general, it's a great tool to learn, and GitHub makes it pretty easy to download code. You can click the code button and click download zip. Otherwise, you can also use the GitHub desktop, which I like to use. If you click this button, it'll open up it in GitHub desktop, and this is an example of the GitHub desktop of this repository. And one thing to note using this application is I made it so you can switch the branch to whatever episode that you want to have the changes live from. So that's that. You can either use this or just the files. Regardless, you'll need to know the location where the files were downloaded to. Once you know that, make sure you have Unity installed. This is the Unity Hub window. And you can add the project from the disk wherever your project is. So that's basically how you can get the code that I create in these videos and simply play around and extend it more. The one thing I will note is the next video I'll be doing the player movement, and I wanted just some assets to work with, so I started with just some simple sprites, so that way I can just work with those. And I've linked it in the first kind of initial commit to the repository, so if you're interested in getting those sprites, you can download it from there. I'll also link a Unity package if you just want the sprites itself, and you can drag and drop that into your Unity game engine. So that's it for that. The next video, as I said, will be the player movement, getting that implemented. And yeah, it'll be kind of just a laid back tutorial / live coding series. And this would be my first time doing something like this, so obviously I'll make a lot of mistakes, and it will get dragged on probably a lot since it's live. It's not going to be condensed like a tutorial series, so if you're interested, check out the next videos. But if not, feel free to check out the GitHub, and yeah, thanks for watching.